Welcome to the real world history. Why? We begin from Iraq. Because it's beginning of the cosmic existence. From here appeared writing, civilization, medicine, science and industry to all over the world. And the world is still developing themselves for the day based on the information that came from the civilizations of Iraq. The first and oldest civilization on Earth is the civilization of Or, the first temple, known in the history as the Temple of Or, which is an archaeological site of a Sumerian city, located on the hill of Al-Maqir in southern Iraq. It was the capital of the Sumerian state in 2100 BC. It is located on the mouth of the Euphrates River, in the Arabian Gulf, near Eridu, but is currently located in a remote area far from the river, because of the change of the Euphrates River over the past thousands of years, and is located a few kilometers from the city of Nasiriyah in southern Iraq and 100 north of Basra. It is one of the oldest known civilizations in world history. Ancient civilizations of Iraq, Sumerian civilization, Akkadian civilization, Babel civilization, Assyrian civilization. There are also 14 civilizations throughout
Babylon. Do you heard of the Babylon or the Babylonians? An Iraqi city that was the capital of the Babylonians during the reign of Hammurabi, where the Babylonians ruled the Mesopotamia. The first Babylonian dynasty ruled under Hammurabi, 1792 to 1750 BC. In most of the Mesopotamian provinces, and Babylon became the capital of the Euphrates River, which was famous for its civilization. The number of kings of the Babylonian dynasty, known as the Amorid dynasty, was 11 kings who ruled 3 centuries, 1894 BC, 1594 BC. In this period, the civilization of the Babylonian kingdom reached the height of its greatness and prosperity, and the Babylonian language spread throughout the region, where science, knowledge and the arts grew and trade expanded to an unprecedented degree in the history of the region. The administration was central, and the country governed a unified law, the year of King Hammurabi for all its people. It was destroyed by the Hittites in 1595 BC. It was ruled by the Cassanians in 1517 BC. Babylon rebuilt between 626 and 539 BC, and especially the days of the rule of the Chaldean king Nebuchadnezzar, where the Babylonian Empire was founded, and which included a country from the Mediterranean Sea to the Arabian Gulf. It was captured by the Persian Cyrus in 539 BC, and the last of its kings was killed by Belshazzar. Its buildings were of red brick. It is famous for its tower buildings. It was the temple of Isigila of the great god Marduk. Now it has become ruins. It was found on the door of Ishtar, and a street decorated with bulls, dragons and black colored over the blue tile.
When someone asks, who are the most influential scientists in history? Answer: Einstein, Darwin, Galileo, Newton, and others. This is certainly the correct answer to the science, inventions and ideas that were the main cause of the progress of humanity. But were they really the first pioneers in the progress of mankind, and were not preceded by other scientists who produced science and knowledge, which made them invent what they think? All the world knows the oldest scientists and greats who lived in the Middle Ages, in a vast geographical area, stretching from Andalusia west to the borders of China and Russia in the east. What is called to be called scholars of the Islamic countries. Among these scientists have made many achievements to the world to this day. Ibn al-Haytham is a scientist who has impressive achievements in several fields of mathematics, physics, ophthalmology, astronomy. Born in the city of Basra in Iraq in 965, Yaqub bin Ishaq al-Kandi. He is a well-known Arab philosopher and who has worked in many fields such as mathematics, astronomy, chemistry, physics, medicine and music. He was born in the city of Kufa in Iraq in 805. Halim ibn Ishaq, a world-famous Arabic translator and doctor, born in the city of Al-Hira in Iraq. Have you heard of a scientist who made gold, but did not give the components of his industry until his death? Jabir bin Hayyan is the only discovered world to gold components. An Iraqi scientist born in Kufa, who died there in 815. He was nicknamed the father of chemistry. And many of the scientists are from Iraq.
Arabs have been the majority of the population of Iraq since the Sassanid times. In the Middle Ages it was invaded by the Achaemenid and Seleucid empires, as well as by the Parthian and Sassanid empires during the Iron Age and the Classical Ages. It was opened by Muslims in the era of the caliphs in the 7th century after they were displaced, and became Iraq's center of the Islamic State in the succession of Ali bin Abi Talib, and then was the Golden Age of Iraq during the Abbasid Caliphate in the Middle Ages, and after a series of invasions and conquests became Iraq under the rule of the Almohad and the Seljuk Turkish. Then fell in the hands of the Mongols in 1258. Then Iraq became under the control of the Ottoman Empire in the 16th century, but intermittently was under the control of Safavid and Muluk Iran. The Ottoman Empire ended with the First World War. The British Empire occupied Iraq and became under its direct administration and the establishment of the Kingdom of Iraq in 1921, and then officially gained independence in 1932. The royal era ended with the establishment of the Republic of Iraq. In the wake of the movement of the 14th of July, 1958, the rule of the Republic was followed by several presidents. Saddam Hussein was deposed in the wake of the 2003 US-led war on Iraq. In the aftermath of the invasion there was a political deterioration of the situation and sectarian unrest in 2006 to 2007. It was Iraq is on the brink of civil war. In 2011, US troops left the country.
Iraq, which has inherited the science, civilization and education, continues to complain about its lack of safety, instability. But does this situation continue in the country of civilizations?